All right, let me be real with you. When we launched our first Airbnb almost a decade ago, it actually failed. Not because we didn't care about what we were doing, or certainly not because we weren't working hard, but because we made three big mistakes that almost shut everything down right at the outset of kicking off this business. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what those mistakes were and how fixing them completely changed our business. And what you got to understand is we've been doing Airbnb for almost a decade. And back when we first started, our biggest fear wasn't that we'd end up with bad guests, but it was actually that we would not end up with any guest at all. And y'all, we poured money into getting some furniture. We spent weekends like scrubbing the floors at our property, fixing things, writing the listing, getting photos taken. And through it all, we wondered, would anybody actually click and book our listing? And there were nights that my partner and I looked at each other and thought, did we just make a massive mistake? And look, if you've ever felt that you're putting everything in and you're just not sure if it's going to pay off, y'all, we have been exactly at that very same place. And part of what made it so scary back then was that there weren't any examples to look at. No one that we knew was working on Airbnb. It wasn't like it is today where you have coaches and groups and checklists and folks that you can reach out to. Back then, y'all, we felt like we were really on our own. In our first property, we actually put it together with the things that we had in our storage. We had some older couches. We had some chairs that, what didn't exactly match each other as close as we wanted to. It didn't actually feel like a business. It felt a lot more experimental. It felt like something that could actually fail at any moment. And there came a point in the process where we knew that what we were doing simply was not working. And the model that we were pursuing back then was we had a larger house, but we were renting room by room. But we know that renting room by room was great to maybe cover a few bills, but it didn't actually feel like it could be sustainable in the long term. Y'all, we were tired, we were exhausted, we were cleaning, doing repairs, juggling the guests, and still the numbers simply just was not making sense. And so the inevitable happened. We started asking ourselves, do we keep just pushing forward, or do we pivot to something else, or do we just simply give up? But even with all the stress, there were parts of this that we actually loved. We love meeting the people. We love hearing their stories. A lot of our early guests were traveling nurses, and we just loved connecting with them. We had families passing through, crisscrossing the country, and wanted to stop at our place for a little respite before continuing along their way. And it was actually these connections, it was precisely these connections that reminded us why we started this thing in the first place. So we faced a choice. Do we just stay with the model that we're using that was really just draining our energy? Or do we take a risk and maybe pivot to something else that was also an experiment that we did not know that would work either? And here in a moment, I'm going to share the pivot that we made. But before I do that, I want to just invite you to download the setup checklist that we now use to run and set up all our Airbnbs like a pro. It gives you a room by room list of things that you need and all the things that you can ignore, allowing you to focus on setting up your first property with confidence, without any guesswork. And you can download that from below. So the big pivot that we made was moving from renting room by room to renting the entire house. And I got to tell y'all, that single move is our current business model. But back then, shifting to that strategy actually saved us. And looking back now, from a decade ago, there are some things that we would actually change from day one. And I'm going to run through those things right now. And I've shared this story in other videos. If you've watched any of my other videos, we started with the furniture that we own. It saved us money up front, but guests actually noticed the wear and tear pretty quickly in coming to our property. And if you've been doing this for a little while, you know that guests won't say, wow, your furniture was pretty old. But instead, they will say things like, the space felt a little tired. And here's why that is important. Guests are going to actually form an impression of your property within the first 7 seconds, y'all. 7 seconds after entering the property. And what we now know is that our older mismatched furniture signals a little bit of neglect, even if everything else was spotless. And so if I could go back 10 years to the very beginning of this, we would actually invest in clean, durable, guest-ready pieces of furniture from the very beginning. And the second lesson is we wasted a lot of time experimenting with locks and instructions, and And every time we made a change to our locks or the entry process, it created confusion. And y'all, we know that confused guests are not leaving 5-star reviews. And so think about arriving at a hotel after a long flight or after a long drive. You don't actually want to struggle with trying to get into the room. You really just want to go in, set your stuff down, and relax. So the lesson here is pick a simple, reliable lock, write crystal clear instructions that can actually fit on a phone screen. So no scrolling. They need to be able to see the details on their phone screen, and then test the instructions yourself. Test to make sure they actually work before you load them into your system and send them out to guests. And the third lesson that we've learned is to really treat your Airbnb like a business from day one. And for us, like when we were getting started, Airbnb was a side hustle. And that mindset, y'all, I could tell you, held us back from growing. It didn't really promote us setting goals or tracking or building out the systems. But when we started to treat our Airbnb like a business, everything changed for us. Our revenue changed, our reviews got much better, and our confidence in running this thing actually grew exponentially. And if you're serious about doing the same thing, start with a system. Don't start with guesswork. And that's why I've actually put together, again, this free setup checklist. It is the exact one that we use across all of our listings, all 12 of our listings, and it covers exactly what you need. Only the things that you need to focus on, ignoring everything else, that allows you to set up your property with confidence from the very beginning. And you can go ahead and grab that down below. And the fourth lesson that we learned is to actually try to build up some cash reserve. And I know this one can be a little tough one, but this is actually not glamorous, but it's real. Like when we first started, we relied on credit cards to cover repairs and much of our upgrades. And that stress followed us for probably about the first year and a half in business. But once we built even a small, even a tiny cash reserve, all of our decisions got a little bit easier. Like a simple repair didn't actually spur panic. No guessing, just confidence. And so I want to encourage you from the very beginning, start putting a little bit aside, build a cash reserve that allows you to be able to meet some of the unforeseen expenses that will pop up along the way. And y'all, I'm sharing this story because I know what it actually feels like to stare at your Airbnb dashboard at midnight and wondering if the whole thing will ever work out. And I also know what it feels like to be at that moment of breakthrough, the moment that you finally realize that this thing can work, that you can actually grow the revenue to give yourself and your family the kind of economic freedom that a lot of us are seeking. And I can tell you, y'all, it is not luck. It starts from building out the right way from the very beginning. And if you're finding this video and the other videos I have on this channel to be helpful, I want to invite you to hit the like button. It actually tells YouTube that other hosts are interested in this content. And y'all, we are building out this community and I want you to be a part of it. So I want to also invite you to hit subscribe, because on this channel, we're breaking down the systems that you need, all based on our experience. This is not guesswork. This is not theoretical. We have lived the things that we're sharing here on this channel and in our videos. And I know that we're doing this to build revenue, and to build revenue, you need to get bookings. And so I want to invite you to watch this next video. It actually focuses on the only 2 jobs, the only 2 things that your listing must do to help you grow and scale your revenue. And it's the companion to this story, and it actually shows you the simple framework that makes any listing perform better. So click right here to watch this next video, because when you pair what you've learned in today's story with that video, you are going to be ahead of 90% of the other hosts in your market.